So when I first met my wife, the mother of my kids, I remember asking her, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Kind of a question, she was asking me, "What do I want to be for a career?" And I asked her the same thing, and she said, "You know what? I want to be a mom. I want to have some crazy kids. I want to take care of them. I want to be a good wife and mother. That's really what I want to be." And I'll never forget that because it set in motion a series of events that we got married and started having kids, and 6 kids later. But there's one thing that jumped out into my mind today as Mother's Day hit, and I was really thinking about my wife and what would she share? What gift would she give to other mothers? And it reminded me of something she wrote a couple of years before she passed away. And I want to read it to you real quick. I'm going to look down into my laptop, but I want to read this to you so you can hear kind of who she was. And it says, a few years back on the internet, I read something that shocked me. Check this out. If the devil can get the mom, he can get the family. It stopped me in my tracks. I decided right then that I couldn't let the issues at the center of my difficulties get the best of me and ultimately the best of my family. So I started watching women around me, women who are distracted, women who are stressed out by all the things on their plates, women who are always hustling and too busy, women who are overwhelmed, women who struggle to be present. I think sometimes God makes us aware of things going on in other people's lives because really, He's hoping we'll notice that we are doing all those things too. Of course, we can empathize and connect with Him, but instead of just that, I became more aware of myself and how easy I stumble and get off track. I also realized something even more revealing. This is exactly what the devil wants. He wants us to be distracted. He wants us to have too much on our plates. He wants us to be stressed out and overwhelmed. He wants us to be stuck in the hustle and too busy to pay attention because that's how the devil creeps in. Into our mental health, into our faith, into our homes, and into our families. It's I'm going to skip ahead here, but it says this. We women, especially us mothers, we set the mood. We can inspire our families, our husbands, and our kids, basically the next generation, as an incredible force if we set the right mood. If we set the wrong mood, it's not good. So what did I commit to doing? I committed to step away from distraction and overwhelm. I committed to step away from unnecessary stresses we let into our lives. I committed to setting a good mood, even when, especially when, things didn't go my way. And the results have been incredible. By setting the right mood in my life and in my home, I've seen more peace and stillness and felt more power in my heart. How cool is that Shelley wrote that a couple years before she passed away? And just so you'll know, this is the part of the introduction to a book she wrote called the Mom's 90-Day Self-Care book for when you got no money and you got no time. That's what she called it. But anyway, I'm going to put a link so you can get a free copy of it in a PDF. That's the intro. How powerful is that for her to leave that for me and for the next generations? What a great mom and wife she was.